Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome you to the Senior Awards Night for the class of 2022. Before we begin the presentations this evening, I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you who helped to make this evening possible. I want to offer special thanks to the individuals and organizations that have sponsored these awards and scholarships. I want to thank our award presenters. I want to thank Carol Spezzano and Colette Cronin, who are co-chairs of the awards ceremony and who put a great deal of time and energy into making this night possible. I want to thank our senior class advisors, Mr. Tim O'Mara and Ms. Carly Eccles. I want to thank Superintendent Kathleen Smith, who is with us this evening, who offers congratulations and best wishes to the members of the class of 2022. I want to thank the members of the faculty and staff for their careful consideration for tonight's award ceremony. I also want to thank parents, for without you and your guidance and your support, we wouldn't be the type of school that we are, and I am grateful for everything that you provide to us. And a special thanks to the class of 2022 for your contributions to our school and to our community. As a community of learners, our goal is to inspire academic excellence and a commitment to personal and civic responsibility. We celebrate the accomplishments of the young men and women who have risen to that challenge. On behalf of the administration, the faculty, and the staff, I congratulate our award recipients and all of the members of the Dover-Sherborn High School class of 2022. We begin our evening with our first presentation with Ms. Becky Gladstone, who is here to present a Place to Turn Student Ambassador Award. Ms. Gladstone.
Congratulations, seniors and families. It's such an exciting time, and I'm happy to be here. My name's Becky Gladstone. I'm a DS parent of graduates Emma, Lucy, and Haley, and I'm also the board president of A Place to Turn, a local food, diaper, and personal care products for Metro West families in need, located in Natick. The A Place to Turn Student Ambassador Award has been offered since 2020, solely funded by our family and not by your donations. It is given to a Dover-Sherborn High School senior who has demonstrated not only desire to go above and beyond the minimum requirements for community service hours, but one who is compassionate and caring and respectful. It is our great pleasure to honor Claire Whitaker with the 2022 APTT Student Ambassador Award. So Joanne Barry is the executive director of APTT. She says that she could always count on Claire to help out with whatever needed to be done in the pantry. No task was too big or too menial or too laborious for her. She also trusted Claire to come into the pantry during the height of the pandemic, and that was rare for a teen to be trusted like that. In her application, Claire said the following: I plan on getting involved at local pantries at college, as I can truly see myself continuing this work for the rest of my life. The biggest thing I credit A Place to Turn for is helping me realize that my energy is generated through helping others, something that may sound cheesy, but I cannot think of a better way to state it. Our family's hope is that this annual award will help spread awareness and support for A Place to Turn among the DS community for years to come. So congratulations, Claire, and thank you for all your time, energy, and compassion. We can't hear what gifts you bring to the Athens, Georgia community.
I have the honor of presenting our next award, which is the Dover American Legion Auxiliary Educational Award. This award is given to a Dover resident who is a child, grandchild, or great-grandchild of a veteran. The award is granted on the basis of scholarship, character, and need. I'm proud to present this year's recipient, Caroline Regan. The Andrew Chandler Blake Charitable Foundation Scholarship. The Blake Charitable Foundation Scholarship was founded after the untimely death of a young man who was bright, intelligent, fun, loving, and kind. He struggled with academics, though if motivated, could surpass many of his fellow classmates. This scholarship is to recognize those students who do not always get recognized, yet need to be, because of their own challenges. They need to show good citizenship through community service beyond any requirements that the school may have. This year's recipients are Nikolai Klistoff and Caroline Regan. The Ann and John Soren Nursing Scholarship. Ann Soren graduated from Boston City School of Nursing. She served in the United States Army Nurse Corps for 6 years. She received a BSN and a MED from Boston University. She taught maternal and child nursing at Mass General Hospital School of Nursing, Massasoit Community College, and employed as in-staff development at Newton Wellesley Hospital. This award goes to a student that has been accepted into a nursing program at a state public college or university with a strong GPA. The recipient is Frances Wilson. Our next presenter is Mr. Scott Brathwaite for the Army ROTC. Mr. Brathwaite.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Scott Brathwaite. I work with the Army ROTC department at Boston University. I am honored to be here today, so thank you very much. Congratulations to all the seniors and families and award winners here. It's an extreme honor to be here. I'm here to present a certificate to Cecilia Fielding. If you could come and join me up front. She was conditionally selected to receive an Army ROTC scholarship. She's going to be heading to Vanderbilt University. Congratulations. Receiving this certificate is a culmination of a process that began several years ago. It is a very competitive process. Only about 20% of the scholarship applicants receive a scholarship award from the Army. And this award does cover full tuition and fees for the full 4 years of college, so it's an exceptional accomplishment. So once again, congratulations, it's incredible. Adding it all up, you can see that this the financial is gonna definitely help with school, but along with that, the really great thing about this scholarship is that when Cecilia graduates, she's gonna have more to show for her college days than just a diploma. She's going to have this confidence, self-discipline, and leadership skills that come along with having earned a commission in the Army, in the United States Army. ROTC is a demanding and challenging complement to traditional college courses. The standards for admission into this program are quite high, as they must be, since individuals who complete this training are to be ultimately entrusted with the lives of American soldiers. Cecilia has met these high standards and more. We are very proud of her. The Army is proud of her. Congratulations to your family. Congratulations to you. And here you are. Thank you.
The Chase Hyde Memorial Scholarship. Chase Hyde was a student at Dover-Sherborn High School from 2010 through 2014. During his time at DS, Chase was known for his love for life, willingness to put himself out there, his positive energy, and his compassion for fellow students. There was hardly a time you caught him without a smile on his face, and there wasn't a person in school that he had not given a high five to in the halls. He was a captain and a leader on his sports teams, an eager music lover, singing in the a cappella group, and an all-around socialite known for bringing people together. Chase continued to embrace his love for life even after DS, while at Trinity College. He became a member of a fraternity and embodied what it meant to be part of a family, always displaying his positive energy, reaching out a helping hand, and above all else, loving every moment of life. The Chase Hyde Memorial Scholarship is an annual scholarship that is awarded to a student or a set of students who embody the spirit of Chase Hyde. It is my honor to present the recipients for the Chase Hyde Memorial Scholarship, Leo Olmsted, Sophia Tate, and William Whittlesley. Our next presenter is Mr. John Hickey, Chair of the Social Studies Department, who will present the Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award. Mr. Hickey.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2022. You'll be missed. Come back and visit us. Each year, the Daughters of the American Revolution recognizes a senior who displays the qualities of dependability, service, leadership, patriotism, and good citizenship in both the school and in the community. This year's recipient is Henry Murphy. He has been the president of the Student Council, and I've worked closely with him for the last 2 years as his advisor. He's an outstanding young man. He was also the captain of our award-winning football team and lacrosse teams. Henry, I believe, wherever you are out there, you were having some surgery and you missed the ceremony, so I have a couple extra things here for you tonight, including a little check. So come on down. Congratulations.
Our next presenter is Mr. Richard Fitzpatrick for the Dover American Legion Post 209. Mr. Fitzpatrick.
Hello. Walking in here was kind of bringing back memories. My son, Stephen Fitzpatrick, was here a year ago and also received the award, the scholarship, which we're about to give out. So it's good seeing friendly faces. So my name is Rich Fitzpatrick. I'm the new commander of the Dover American Legion post right there in Dover's center. About the American Legion, it's originally was for veterans, still is, but it's a real community-based organization now. We have the Sons of America, Veterans, which is now the Sons of American Legion. We have boosters, and it's a good place where, as a community, we're there to help one another. So with that being said, we offer scholarships. This year we have 4 individuals that, reading their essays and getting to know them, I'm very proud to present Leo Olmsted, Maya Clark, Beck Shute, and Sam Carell.
Our next presenter is Leslie Hughes, who will present the Dover Firefighters Relief Fund Scholarship. Ms. Hughes.
Good evening. My name is Leslie. As a graduate of Dover-Sherborn High School and a member of the Dover Fire Department, I am proud to present the scholarship on behalf of the Dover Firefighters Relief Association. The Dover Fire and Rescue Department is a call service that responds to all fire and medical-related emergencies in the town of Dover. The department consists of over 50 men and women that volunteer their time to ensure the safety and well-being of all residents and workers in town. Many have found that it is a great way to give back to such a unique community. Each year, the Dover Firefighters Relief Association recognizes students that have taken initiative in their lives to make a difference in their community. This senior class member has demonstrated leadership and community service throughout their time at Dover-Sherborn. The scholarship is awarded to distinguished individuals who are pursuing higher education. And tonight, we're glad to honor the recipient of the Firefighter Relief Association Scholarship, Caroline Regan.
Our next presenter is Ms. Cassie White for the Dover Foundation Scholarship. Ms. White.
Hi, I'm Cassie White, and I am a member of the board of the Dover Foundation. And the Dover Foundation has been in Dover since 1947. And you might know us most for our outstanding theatrical performances, which are very good. And we also give scholarships, and we do community grants. Hopefully, we will be able to present, we will perform a show next spring, because we haven't been able to do it because of the pandemic. So I hope you all come. And we have given over $600,000 since 1947 to over 500 students. So this year we have 5. We have Matthew Sharon, Mia Clark, Mercy McGehee, Izzy Taylor, and Samuel Thompson. Please come down. I just want to take their picture really quick.
You certainly can. Squeeze in tight, guys.
Squeeze in tight, guys. Thank you. And congratulations. They all are very qualified. Thank you.
Our next presenters are Kelly Plagman and Mary Elizabeth Hillerick for the Dover Market Scholarship.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mary Elizabeth,
I'm Kelly Plagman.
and we're here to present for the Dover Market. So our winners this year are Sophia Tate, Jacob Mancariotti, and Alexander Goodness. You're welcome. This is you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jake. You're
We're gonna
welcome.
miss you guys.
Our next presenter is Officer Colo for the Dover Police Association Award.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Officer Katie Klodacek from the Dover Police Department. We usually give out one scholarship, usually every year. And this year it is going to Mercy McGee. So if you could please come to the podium.
I now have the pleasure to present on behalf of the Dover PTO Scholarships. Chickering School is a place where children learn, laugh, grow, care, and make a difference. The Dover PTO is proud to award 2 scholarships to seniors who have made a difference since leaving Chickering School. This year's recipients are Elizabeth Birmingham, and William Beck Shute. Our next presenter is Sarah O'Connell, Boosters President, who will be presenting the Dover-Sherborn Booster Awards. Ms. O'Connell.
Good evening. Hold on, let me just get this up here. Thanks, John. Congratulations to all of you here tonight. Before I present the scholarships to our well-deserving recipients, I want you all to know something that you will realize in a short period of time. You will discover how well DS prepared you for your future endeavors. During your 4 years here, you have been taught by some of the best educators in the state and by some of the best coaches in your respective sports. Being a DS athlete takes dedication, discipline, and hard work. These traits are vital to success, and as you are sitting next to your classmates at college, you will realize just how well DS prepared you for your journey. The DS Boosters are very excited to watch your future unfold. We are incredibly proud of you and look forward to hearing the great things you accomplish. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for everything you've done for the DS Boosters. On behalf of the Boosters, I would like to award the following student athletes the 2022 DS Boosters Athletic Scholarships. Ethan Lynch. Ifosa Imad. Beck Shute. Johnny Bennett. Sawyer Garrett. Irene Yang, Claire Whitaker, Albie DeSalvo, and Rachel Herman. Congratulations. Hold on, hon. Oh, there's so many of them. That's Sawyer's. Hold on.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on the board. All right. Thank you, honey. Congratulations. All right.
Hello.
Sorry.
No, take your time. Yeah, you can.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks.
Mr. Garrett did not know this, but this is a little bit of impromptu. Yesterday, Garrett Sawyer won the state championship Division 5 for pole vaulting. And I think we always recognize the fantastic athletic teams we have, and we do, and we have a fantastic track program with just wonderful coaches. But I thought that it would be important to point out that we have the state champion pole vaulter in our midst. So congratulations. Our next presenter is Mr. Art Crandall, who will present on behalf of the Dover-Sherborn Cable Television Robert DeFusco Memorial Award. Mr. Crandall.
Thank you, Principal Smith. Thank you. My name is Art Crandall. I'm on the Board of Directors of the Dover-Sherborn Cable TV. It's my privilege to be the president. Dover-Sherborn Cable TV is your TV. It represents you, the community. You've probably seen Brad, Cam, Elsa, or Mike filming your social events. Things like government meetings, concerts on the common, school events such as sports, such as music concerts, other miscellaneous school events like the Chocolate Cafe, and even tonight's award ceremony. And don't forget, both Memorial Day programs yesterday. So they're just absolutely wonderful people, and I really appreciate working with them. And of course, it's all covered by social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all of that, and everything I don't know how to do yet. So, Bob DeFusco was imperative in building this Dover-Sherborn cable. Actually, it was Dover at first, and then Sherborn came in when they merged, and he really orchestrated the organization. And as a longtime president, we consider him our George Washington of sorts. As such, the Robert L. DeFusco Award is presented to Ben Gaynor. Okay. So, for 3 years, Ben was a producer of the long-running Mac and Brett show. Producer. This year, he did his senior project at DSC TV, co-producing a short horror spoof called Cryptic, as well as making our annual senior class video. So it's amazing. He will be attending Chapman University in California this fall to study, of course, film. So thank you, Ben, very much. And congratulations. Thank you. Thank you.
Our next presenter is Ms. Emily Sullivan, our athletic director. Ms. Sullivan will present the awards for the Dover-Sherborn Raider Athlete of the Year and the Dover-Sherborn Student Athlete of the Year. Ms. Sullivan.
Good evening, everyone. It's been a great year of athletics, and that has a lot to do with this year's senior class. They are a dedicated and talented group of student athletes, which has made these selections very difficult. I want to thank all of our senior student athletes for working hard, playing with good sportsmanship, and being grateful for every opportunity that you get to play your sport. Mr. Smith actually took my line, and I hope it's a great start to the the spring season this year. The track team I wanted to give a little shout out to. They started us off on our spring season greatly this past weekend. The boys placed second in Division 5 in the state, coming up short, just a little short to North Andover. One of our best finishes that we've ever had. So very proud of the boys track team and girls track team. So first up, I would like to award the Female Raider Athlete of the Year Award for 2022. This is awarded to an outstanding senior female athlete who has demonstrated proficiency, dedication, leadership, and sportsmanship in the Raider tradition in 3 sports throughout their senior year. This student athlete is a 3-sport student athlete in field hockey, indoor track, and outdoor track. She was a captain on the indoor track and field team as well as the outdoor track and field team. She's described by her field hockey coaches as being one of the most coachable players they've ever had the pleasure of coaching, and is someone who always does what's best for her team. Her track coach, Ann Mann, says she is a student athlete who is kind and inclusive on the sidelines and then funnels her focus during competition. I know her as someone who tackles moments of adversity with a positive attitude and a persistent work ethic. I'm excited to honor the Female Raider Athlete of the Year to Isabella Friedel. Congratulations to Izzy. Next up, I would like to award the Male Raider Athlete of the Year Award for 2022. This is awarded to the outstanding senior male athlete who has demonstrated proficiency, dedication, leadership, and sportsmanship in the Raider tradition in 3 sports throughout his senior year. This student athlete is a 3-sport student athlete in football, indoor track and field, and lacrosse. He was also a captain on the football team and the indoor track and field team. He led the football team to arguably the most successful season Dover-Sherborn High School has ever completed, winning the TVL Small for only the 2nd time in school history, and winning the school's first MIAA football playoff game. He also has a genuine love for Dover-Sherborn Raider sports. During our drives to MIAA leadership conferences, he would often use the time to tell me the history of Dover-Sherborn sports dating back to the 60s and the 70s. He had a real passion to bring back the championship culture to DS football, and he was able to do that in his 4 years here. He was also a leading point scorer in indoor track and one of the starting defensemen on the 2021 boys lacrosse state championship team. When I think of Dover-Sherborn athletics, he embodies everything we stand for on and off the field. It is my honor to award our Male Raider Athlete of the Year to John Bennett. Next, I will award the Female Dover-Sherborn Student Athlete of the Year Award. This is awarded to one female student athlete who has a combined excellence along with a strong commitment to the Dover-Sherborn athletic program. This student athlete competed in swim and dive this winter season and was a captain on that swim and dive team. She was one of the top female swimmers all 4 years here at DS and was also one of our top cross-country runners for 3 years. Most impressively, though, she's done all of this while taking a heavy AP course load, working exceptionally hard in the classroom, and earning impressive grades in all of her classes. This year, she exceeded all expectations when she became an MIAA 2022 state champion in the 200 individual medley and took 2nd in the MIAA 2022 state 100 fly. We are excited to see all that she accomplishes at the collegiate level as she heads off to Williams College to swim on their team. Those who know her describe Thank you. Lastly, that's all right. I would like to award the Male Dover-Sherborn Student Athlete Award for 2022. This is awarded to one male student athlete who has combined academic excellence along with a strong commitment to the Dover-Sherborn athletic program. This student athlete is a 3-sport student athlete in golf, indoor track and field, and baseball, as well as a 2-sport captain in golf and baseball. His academic course load combined with his grades is extremely impressive, especially when you consider how much time he has spent on the golf course, the track, and the baseball field. His ability to balance his time and succeed in the classroom and in athletics is something he and his family should be very proud of. The captain led the team to the school's first golf state championship this fall. He earned a key spot on the indoor track and field team as a newcomer this year and is arguably one of the toughest baseball players I've ever seen play high school baseball. His coach, John Kirby, said he is a great player, a great leader, but an even better person. He is the epitome of what a DS Raider athlete should be. It is my honor to award the Male Dover-Sherborn Raider Student Athlete Award to Curtis Bowman.
I now have the pleasure of presenting the Elizabeth Kennedy Memorial Scholarship. The Elizabeth Kennedy Memorial Scholarship is presented in memory of Elizabeth Kennedy, who was a beloved guidance counselor at DSHS for many decades. Elizabeth always advocated for her students. In order to honor her legacy, the recipient must exemplify compassion, perseverance, and most of all, integrity. It gives me great pleasure to present this year's scholarship to Alexander Kapillion. Our next presenter is the president of the Friends of the Performing Arts, Ms. Corinne Whitaker, who will recognize a number of students in each of our fine and performing arts areas. Ms. Whitaker.
Thank you. Also with me today is our Vice President, Beth Kelly, just going to assist me. Good evening. Our organization, the Friends of the Performing Arts, provides financial and volunteer support to the performing arts programs at both the middle school and high school. We are pleased to award scholarships to Dover-Sherborn High School seniors who have been active in various areas of the performing arts during their high school careers. Tonight, I am honored to recognize 22 talented and dedicated graduating seniors who have excelled in the performing arts during their time at Dover-Sherborn High School. The award recipients are chosen by our performing arts faculty. FOPA members and parents are not involved in the selection process. The scholarships that accompany these awards are funded through FOPA's fundraising efforts throughout the year, such as the Chocolate Cafe, and through donations. We thank all of you who have contributed to FOPA, and we look forward to your continued support. This year's award recipients distinguish themselves not only because of their talent and dedication to the performing arts, but also because each of them has demonstrated leadership, scholarship, and humanity. Each of these award recipients are wonderful people whom I have had the privilege of getting to know over the past 7 years. My hope is that all of them will continue to make music and theater part of their lives in college and beyond. As the names of each award recipient is called, please come down to receive your gift. And if you could assemble on the stage, since it's the performing arts, we'd like to get a picture at the end of all of you. And please remain, let's see. Oh yes, please remain so we can get a group picture. Also, if everyone could, they're sort of in groups, so if everyone could please hold your applause until each group of award recipients is announced. The Vocal Performance and Leadership Award is given to those seniors who have excelled in vocal performance and who have taken on a leadership role in our choral and a cappella groups. This year's award recipients are Jenna Eiton, Leo Ganan, Tommy Shea, Rachel Weiss, and Claire Whitaker. The Ricky Lombardo Theater Awards are given in honor of former DSHS faculty member Ricky Lombardo, who directed the high school musicals here for more than 30 years. These awards are presented to those seniors who have taken on leadership roles and/or made significant contributions to our theater productions during their time at Dover-Sherborn High School. The Lombardo Theater Awards are given in 4 categories: stage crew and set production, pit orchestra, dramatic theater, and musical theater. This year, I am pleased to announce the following Lombardo Theater Awards. For achievement in stage crew and set production, Gordon Goldberger, Lauren Kelly, Emmeline Morgans, and Austin Morris. For achievement in dramatic theater, Caroline Brown, Ben Gaynor, Mason Roush, and Sterling Williams. And for achievement in musical theater, Willie Bowen, Charlotte Bueller, Arden Caldecott, Matt Sharon, Marisol Syens, Izzy Taylor, and Sam Thompson. We have two final scholarship awards that are given for excellence in instrumental music. The Menino Scholarship Award honors Alfred Menino, a former instrumental music director at Dover-Sherborn High School, and is awarded to the senior instrumentalist who has made significant contributions to the music department through his or her attitude and participation in the concert band, jazz band, and/or musical stage productions. This year's recipient is, and I quote from Jeff Herman, "everywhere doing everything music," helping foster the sense of community within the program. He has performed with concert band, jazz band, and the pit orchestra, playing clarinet, bass, and drums. He directed the middle school jazz group, Jazz 101, and played in the talent show faculty band and any other groups that asked him. He also designed and built acoustic panels for the band room as his Eagle Scout project with funds from a FOPA grant. I'm pleased to award this year's Menino Scholarship to Brendan Sobolewski. Finally, the Robert Martel Scholarship Award is given in honor of Bob Martel, retired DSHS music director and educator extraordinaire. This scholarship is awarded to a senior who has demonstrated ability, initiative, and creativity in music composition and/or arranging. This year's recipient is an all-around accomplished musician. In addition to participating in several choral groups and being a leader and noteworthy, she is a flautist in concert band and composed many side projects on guitar, especially during COVID. And I happen to know she performs opera outside of school as well. I'm pleased to award this year's Martel Scholarship to Christina Agostino. And I think we have somebody taking a pic. Sarah, are you here? Oh. Let me know when we're done. Oh, we need to squeeze. Oh, can everybody squeeze together? Congratulations again, and many thanks to our award recipients. Thank you.
Our next presenter is Mr. Jeff Herman, Department Chair for the Fine and Performing Arts, K-12. Mr. Herman is here to present the John Philip Sousa Band Award and the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. Mr. Herman.
First off, thank you so much to FOPA for their generosity in recognizing all of our wonderful fine and performing arts students and the achievements of these seniors. They are fantastic. I'm here to present on behalf of the music department and Mrs. Berry the John Philip Sousa Band Award and the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. The John Philip Sousa Band Award is in recognition of outstanding achievement, interest in music, and in dedication to your school music program. And this student who I'm going to be giving out to is Arden Caldecott. In addition to her achievements, as you saw in musical theater, Arden Caldecott is also involved in many, many phenomenal ensembles, including districts and states honors ensembles, and yet is there for concert band concerts as well as Memorial Day yesterday, pep band. She has been an incredible member in creating the community as well as high level of musicianship. So thank you, Arden. And the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award is in recognition of outstanding musicianship in jazz. And this young man has already been up here for everything he's done for the music department, but he is one of the best drummers in the DS program. So Brendan Soboleski gets the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award.
Our next presenter is Mr. Steve Goodwin, who will present the Individualized Study Awards. Mr. Goodwin.
Thanks very much. Good evening. My name is Stephen Goodwin, and I am the coordinator for student services with the middle school, high school, and for out-of-district students. The Individualized Study Award is awarded annually to students who received and have excelled via student services. Many thanks to the Dover-Sherborn Special Education Parent Advisory Committee for generously sponsoring these awards each year. Tonight we have 2 students we will be honoring. The first student is caring, demonstrates a friendly attitude toward other students, and always strives to help his classmates. A lot of students have the drive for learning, but his motivation was evident this year as he approached every assignment as an opportunity to prepare for college. He continuously was willing to go the extra mile in his studies. He does not strive for recognition, rather he focuses on true values and the contributions he can make. He is an outstanding young man, and we wish to recognize Ben Gaynor for the Individualized Studies Award. Our second student tonight started her high school career as a quiet and soft-spoken, but has grown into an outgoing and confident student. When she sets her mind to the task, she works hard and reaches out for support. Her strength, aspiration, and enthusiasm will benefit her future studying and career. This year, she was not afraid to show leadership in the classroom. She has been a true silver lining in this difficult year and has remained positive, polite, and courteous to her peers and teachers. She was going to do incredible in her future, and thus we wish to recognize Sagal Levine for the Individualized Study Award.
Our next presenters are Miss Monique Marshall-Veal and Miss Kate Potter for this year's MEDCO Award.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Monique, and I am the MEDCO Director for the district, known to many of your children as Miss Monique. Congratulations, class of 22. MEDCO is a voluntary integration program that DS adopted back in 1968. And it's a program that allows students from the urban neighborhoods of Boston to make lifelong friendships in suburban areas like DS. Thank you. And tonight we are welcoming and supporting and encouraging Ifosa Amade, who's been in the program since the first grade. He is moving on to UMass Dartmouth, and we are very proud of him. Ifosa, when you leave this district, just remember, always be true to yourself. Stand up for what you know and believe is right, and it will carry you far. We love you, and we appreciate you and encourage you. Kate? Kate Potter will present the DS MEDCO Scholarship.
So Ifosa was not able to be here tonight, but we still want to honor him. I'm Kate Potter, one of the co-presidents of the DS MEDCO Scholarship Fund. Our fund began 7 years ago when a group of community members came together with the goal of supporting our Dover-Sherborn MEDCO students after graduation. We are a 501c3 run and organized by a board of volunteers, and we are funded by private donations. Supporting our MEDCO students as they embark on the next steps in their education reinforces our commitment to them. These scholarships go to graduating seniors in the MEDCO program who have demonstrated leadership and community service and have shown a commitment to education in their Boston and Dover-Sherborn communities. This year, I'm especially pleased to give the award to Ifosa, who I have known since he was in first grade, when my son, Jack, also a senior, came home on the first day of school and said, "Mom, I have a new friend." We have one more award. The Jaretha Olivia Cooper Memorial Scholarship is a one-time scholarship for one Dover-Sherborn MEDCO High School senior. This student must have completed 40 hours of community service in their home community, Dover or Sherborn. This student must also demonstrate strong leadership qualities as indicated by a teacher, coach, advisor, or mentor. This year, the Cooper Memorial Scholarship goes to Ifosa Imade.
Our next presenter is Miss Ann Deaver-Keegan, the assistant principal, who will present on behalf of the Norfolk County Teachers Association Book Award.
Good evening. Congratulations, seniors. The Norfolk County Teachers Association Book Award is presented to a student that has expressed an interest in pursuing a career in education. The recipient, Jane Caffrey. The Owen P. Bingham Scholarship. I could not be more proud to honor Owen's legacy through the presentment of the Owen P. Bingham Scholarship Award, endowed by Owen's family. As the first recipient of the Owen P. Bingham Scholarship Award, this individual shares Owen's drive to be a force for betterment in the community and school, and exemplifies the positivity, kindness, and authenticity that Owen lived every day. The reason this person was chosen is because, like Owen, her leadership has made her a standout. She is more than just interested, but determined to use all of her attributes as a human being to be an engaged citizen for the highest good. This year's Owen P. Bingham Scholarship is awarded to Kelsey Chu. The Pine Hill CSA Scholarship. The Pine Hill CSA Scholarship Award was established to recognize previous Pine Hill students who have demonstrated excellence pertaining to Pine Hill's core values: respect and concern for others, personal responsibility, and excellence in learning. Through your hard work and dedication, as demonstrated in your essay, you both have proven to be students that exemplify those values. We want to recognize and feel honored to award these scholarships to these two Pine Hill alumni, Laurel Mahoney, Irene Yang.
Congratulations, Sam.
The Richard J. Wakely Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is provided through the generosity of an anonymous donor to celebrate the legacy of Richard J. Wakely, a beloved former guidance director and headmaster of Dover-Sherborn High School. It is presented to a graduating senior who possesses integrity and strong morals and who has consistently worked hard. This year's winner is Chelsea Oheen Addo. The Roger William Boylan Scholarship. The Roger William Boylan Memorial Scholarship is awarded by the Boylan family to a student who has shown growth and achievement during his or her high school years and plans to pursue study in the liberal arts. The recipient, Caroline Brown.
Our next presenter is Mr. Mike Kickham, who will present on behalf of the Sherborn Dollars for Scholars.
Well, my main purpose of being here is to tell you that I had 6 Dover-Sherborn grads, and my daughter, Lisa, has 3, so I counted as 9, all right? And every one of them are geniuses, so. Good morning, my name is Mike Kickham, proud, again, joining with Lisa Crowley. Sherborn Dollars for Scholars is a part of a nationwide scholarship foundation, Scholarship America. Since 1965, we have helped defray the cost of the ever-rising tuitions for Sherborn students. With the support of our generous community, we have been able to award more than $550,000 over the years. Each application is reviewed on a blind basis and is awarded due to several criteria, including need, extracurricular activities, essays, academic achievement. It's not about what the student would achieve, but about the journey they take along the way. So with that, I'd like to mention the names of the participants, recipients, and ask for your congratulations to these seniors. Nikolai Kleistov, Ethan Lynch, Zachary Zito, and Irene Yang. Quick picture, promise it won't be in the paper. No, I did have someone say that to me. Not tonight, other times.
Our next presenter is Officer Matt Mitchell for the Sherborn Police Association Scholarship. Officer Mitchell.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. As he said, I'm Officer Matt Mitchell, Sherborn Police. We get a lot of essays every year, and the goal is to find a student that is well-rounded, hardworking. This individual, he'll be attending UNH in the fall. He's an Eagle Scout, which is not an easy task. He was a multiple sport captain, Luke Loeffler. We're not the Army, so we can't pay the full clip, but we'll buy you some books.
It's my pleasure to present the Latterman Family Scholarship. This scholarship is given in loving memory of Julian Latterman. Julian loved life and appreciated opportunities to learn in all he did. His ability to adapt to new situations, enjoy all of those he met along his journey, defined his character and his kindness. This scholarship is awarded to 2 students each year. The goal of the scholarship is to encourage awardees to continue to educate themselves about the world and the people around them, to seek opportunities to push themselves and to embrace challenges with a positive outlook on life. This year's recipients are Curtis Bowman and Luke Loeffler. The Thomas L. Marlborough Memorial Scholarship. Tom Marlborough, who those of you who attended DS many years ago fondly remember him as The Rock, was employed by the Dover-Sherborn Regional High School, where he taught industrial arts and became the head football coach from 1966 to 1971. He performed a myriad of additional duties for the 2 towns, serving as the summer director of the Dover Playground, coaching JV baseball, and working as the athletic director for the high school. Mr. Marlborough went on to earn his master's degree in educational administration that he received from Framingham State University. He then served as assistant headmaster at the high school from 1971 until his retirement in 1996. When he became an administrator, he was asked to relinquish his football coaching duties, but after 3 years, he came back to coach again from 1975 to 1978. His teams won 2 Tri-Valley League titles during his tenures as head coach, and he was an inaugural inductee into the Dover-Sherborn Hall of Fame. This scholarship is awarded to a senior in the top 15% of the class with a strong interest at teaching at the high school level or a high school administrator. This year's recipient is Jane Caffrey. Jane and I were just discussing the day of my retirement so that when she can slide in and become the next principal. So, Jane, I'll get back to you. We'll confirm the paperwork. We now move to the academic awards portion of our program. Our first academic award is English, which normally would be presented by Ms. Gretchen Donahue, our department chair, but unfortunately Ms. Donahue is ill. She will be instead represented by Ms. Keegan, our assistant principal, who will present this year's English award.
I'm going to read remarks by Mrs. Donahue that she has prepared for the recipient of the English Award winner this evening. The past few years have been challenging for all of us, but perhaps most especially for members of this senior class. This student's unflagging resilience, creative energy, and thoughtful engagement in her English courses remained consistent over the past 4 years. No matter the format of her English class, whether it was in person, in hybrid, or online, she has consistently proven herself as an insightful and innately curious English student. As I have not had the pleasure of teaching this student, I reached out to some of her former English teachers to gather more specific details about what distinguishes her so clearly from her peers. Here are some of the thoughts that were shared. She is a gifted writer, an articulate speaker, and a student with a strong commitment to social justice. She has an incredible mastery of language, and her precision and clarity for analysis are remarkable. This student is able to contextualize her thoughts in a profound, broader context. Take, for example, her opening sentence to a reflection she wrote on 2 pieces of literature. From daily burdens, such as financial hardship, to the more permanent tragedy, like loss of loved ones, to unexpected catastrophes, such as terrorist attacks, human life is as full of grief and pain as it is of joy. In discussions, this student always struck a humanitarian perspective with each topic and subtly wove into her ideas what was just, right, and quintessentially good. Her academic integrity and social responsibility earned her the respect of her peers and teachers. In small group or partner work, I made the deliberate effort to put this student in the group that was working through the most challenging passages. Not only could I rely on this student to understand the passage, I could also count on her to be articulate in her explanation of the text and to help her peers arrive at a deeper understanding of the passage. In return, her peers respected her and recognized her intellect as well as her empathy. In a single sentence, this student can articulate what many others need a paragraph to express. In conclusion, her junior year English teacher noted that perhaps now, more than ever before, we need to revere students like this student, people with a gift for articulation, clairvoyance, and a commitment to what is both good and just, and I could not agree more. We definitely need to raise up and praise students like this year's English Award winner, Mercy McGee. Our next presenter will be Mr. Jeff Herman, the Fine and Performing Arts and Visual Arts Department Chair.
I'm giving out this award on behalf of Miss Blaze, Mrs. Wright, and Mr. Buck, who have also given me some words to speak on their behalf for these 2 students they have chosen. As they said, we have had a hard time choosing just one recipient for the Visual Arts Award this year, so we have selected 2 standout student artists. Both of these students immersed themselves in the fine arts program as underclassmen, demonstrated tireless commitment to the process of art making, and developed their own creative voices throughout their time at Dover-Sherborn. Both recipients showcased an immense amount of technical and conceptual growth over 4 years, culminating in the recent completion of their 20-piece AP Art and Design portfolios. These students worked steadfastly to accomplish such a rigorous task, devoting endless hours both in and outside of regular class time to realize their creative visions. Anyone looking for them during the day knew that the logical first step was the art rooms 105 and 106. They also continued their art education outside of the classroom, filling their weekends with trips to museums and seeking artistic opportunities within the community. This spring, their work was showcased at a gallery event in Norwood, accompanied by an article in Dover Living magazine, and currently they are collaborating on the Dover Placemaking Project, creating a public art installation sponsored by the Dover Cultural Council and Parks and Rec Department. Equally notable was how they supported their peers in the art room. Self-reflective and insightful, they were leaders in both formal critiques and informal discussions. Their candor and kindness fostered a comfortable atmosphere of mutual respect, the proof of which is visible on their now famous D-Block Dump Instagram page. In addition to thoughtful conversations about art making, they raised important questions like, is there ever such a thing as too much Taylor Swift, after curating a collaborative class playlist? We are so proud of Emily Wow and Rachel Windle. Both students model the curiosity and diligence needed to be successful artists, and we are honored to present them with the Visual Arts Award. Come on down, Emily and Rachel.
Ms. Collins, the Math Department Chair, will now present this year's Mathematics Award.
Hold on, I have a prop. I know, I'm not even the art department chair, and I brought something up. Hello, Dover-Sherborn parents and students. I have the honor of presenting the Mathematics Department Award. My predecessor, Mr. Baruti, taught this student first, so I reached out and got some words from him to start. He said that she was clearly one of the strongest math students in her year, accelerating at all aspects of geometry. She quickly figured out the structure of proofs and often solved them exactly as I would have, he says. And when answers got funky later in the year, stuck with the process despite the complexity of the numbers. While typically quiet in class, she was well liked by her peers, and over time we developed a friendly relationship based on a common understanding of the lack of academic and social maturity of the typical first-year student. When things got crazy in class, as they often did, I could look to her and be confident that I'd get back a knowing and accepting smile. It was almost as if she was saying, "Don't worry, Mr. Baruti, they'll grow out of it someday." I valued that perspective and continued to enjoy our hallway hellos and updates throughout the rest of my time at DS. I also reached out to Mrs. Chevry, who had her in the 11th grade, and said that she had exemplary character, math expertise, of course. She's kind, considerate, and a genuinely awesome human being. Mr. Ryan commented that she is inquisitive and had an intrinsic desire for knowledge. And Mr. Amber, the math team advisor, said that she was a strong performer and pretty reliably one of the top 10 on the math team. Mr. Bridger currently teaches her, or taught her, BC Calculus, and said that she is incredibly bright, creative, positive, and motivated. She brings enthusiasm and patience to complex problem solving and always approaches challenges with excitement, great intelligence, and a desire to collaborate and share ideas. She is a true scholar, genuinely motivated, curious, and clever. Now, I had this student in her 10th grade year. And in a way, I feel like I missed out because I had her at the beginning of COVID and thus our subsequent shutdown. Both in class and in our time during optional remote learning, she was insightful, enthusiastic, and sincere in her love for math. She won my underclass award for her performance that year, and her memory lives on in my classroom through this amazing project. So this lived behind my desk for the entirety of last year, and on every Zoom, it appeared, and I got every comment you can imagine. She did it with a friend, so I also love her amazing friend. But this was because she said that through linear programming, she wanted to know what pet my family should have, and there were a lot of restrictions on the pets that my family could have. And it turns out that through all this solving, it turns out I should have a duck. It is a privilege to give this year's Math Award to Amal Sharfi.
It is my pleasure to present 3 awards tonight on behalf of the Science Department. The first award will be the Biology Award. A true scientist is not a person who gives the right answers, but one who asks the right questions. As history has shown us time and again, beliefs and conventions are changeable in science when the right question is asked. The Biology Award is presented to a student who embodies these characteristics of a great scientist. Alexander Goodness. The recipient of this year's Chemistry Award is one of 25 students in Eastern Mass to qualify for the National Chemistry Olympiad. His strong critical thinking skills and ability to link content across various disciplines enable him to thrive in the most difficult chemical concepts. The Chemistry Award is presented to Ryan Kane. Congratulations. The recipient of this year's Physics Award is a bright and genuinely motivated student. She is an exceptional problem solver and takes on challenges with confidence and creativity. The Physics Award is presented to Ava Carbone. Congratulations. Now I'd like to introduce the Social Studies Department Chair, Mr. John Hickey.
Some of you may be aware that Mr. Smith was a former social studies teacher. And he goes out of his way every year to remind me, Mr. Hickey, you were so lucky to present the most coveted social studies award to a high school senior. So I can't argue with that. It's one thing I can't argue with. So this evening, the highly coveted Social Studies Award goes to a student who has excelled in World History 1 and 2, Advanced Placement U.S. History, Advanced Placement American Government and Politics, and in Psychology. In describing this student, the Social Studies Department members said she was an outstanding student in both World History 1 and World History 2. In AP U.S. History, she always enriched class discussions, and somehow she could speak out on social issues while being polite. She was also a teammate of choice during group work. In AP Government, she was a highly motivated student, a leader in class discussions, and in mock trials, she was awarded top scores for her searing cross-examinations. And in psychology, she is committed to understanding patterns of human thinking and behavior as a lens to understanding societal injustice and bigotry. Please help me in congratulating this year's Social Studies Award recipient, Mercy McGee. Now it's with pleasure that I introduce the Technology, Engineering, and Computer Science Department Head, Nick Rowe.
The public speaking thing gives me severe anxiety, as you can see. So I appreciate that. That was great. Presenting 2 awards tonight. First off, the Computer Science Award. This student had an outstanding approach to all of her technology courses, always going beyond the expectations of the curriculum. She is a team player who not only works well independently, but strives to help those around her. She is often seen assisting fellow classmates, guiding them through the difficult troubleshooting scenarios. A proven leader, she is personable, collaborative, diligent, and always thinking outside the box. Using her problem-solving skills and perseverance, she mastered each course and always added that extra effort to excel above expectations. She has provided leadership skills to the Girls Who Code Club for the last 4 years. She has acted not only as a mentor to the members of the club, but also as a positive role model. She has contributed in many ways to promote and increase awareness to young women who are interested in choosing a computer science career path. Her passion for computer science and technology has been a strong asset to the Girls Who Code Club members over the past 4 years, as well as to her classmates in each of the courses she took during her high school career. It's my pleasure to present this year's Computer Science Award to Nicole Mayer. I'm going to argue with Mr. Hickey. I think this might be the most sought-after award in the school. I think it might be. The Golden Hammer Award is given each year to the senior who excels in the areas of both engineering and industrial technology. In these courses, the student approached each class with a positive attitude and a desire to learn. She would come in person, both in person and virtually, prepared with questions and ideas, and was always looking to push the boundaries of the classroom. During her junior year, she enrolled in what would be the first ever hybrid woodworking class. She showed up to each Zoom with a smile on her face and a willingness to engage conversation. That is something teachers desperately needed at that point. This class required a digital portfolio, the first ever of its kind for the course. This student's final submission is now used as the exemplar of perfect scoring for the portfolio for all future classes. While most of her classmates were content finishing their woodworking project before the end of the semester, this student came in during free periods and after school to complete hers nearly 6 weeks early. Senior year, she would be in engineering, where she would bring the previously learned skill set and combine it with an incredible set of problem-solving skills. There was not a design challenge that she could not solve. She was a leader in the classroom, both in groups and individually, helping classmates in need and always being supportive of her peers. Her work ethic was second to none. The class also enjoyed her genius hour presentations about Starbucks and the casual conversations we would have in class. They gave our class a unique perspective of what happens behind the scenes at your local coffee shop. It has been a pleasure to watch her grow as a student over the past few years. I look forward to seeing the amazing things she does in the future. This is the 25th year that I have record of the Golden Hammer being presented. It is the first time presenting it to a female student. The award goes to Rebecca Perrin. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Laura McGovern, presenting for the Wellness Department.
Good evening. I'm so excited to be here. I know it says Dara Johnson on the program, but unfortunately she's ill, so I popped over last minute. I'm excited to be able to present the Wellness Award this year to a student who over the past 4 years has repeatedly demonstrated an understanding of the Dover-Sherborn High School standards for health and physical education by exemplifying a physically active lifestyle both in and out of school, showed responsible personal and social behavior throughout the Dover-Sherborn community, including, but not limited to, sportsmanship, character, civility, and citizenship. The student's leadership and positivity influenced his peers, sharing with others that a mixture of valuing a healthy lifestyle and a curiosity for learning leads to success in whatever path that he chooses. This year's Wellness Award recipient is to Alex Goodness.
Mr. Ferris, the World Language Department Chair, will now come forward to present the World Language Awards as well as the Massachusetts Seal of Biliteracy Awards.
Good evening. Last fall, 21 senior students were inducted into the Dover-Sherborn World Language Honor Society for their high achievements over 4 years of study in either Chinese, French, or Spanish. Normally, students of Latin are included as well, but this year no seniors are taking Latin. From this group of 21 high-achieving students, one student has been chosen as the most outstanding for each language. Their current teacher submitted a brief summary as to why each student was selected. Although these comments come from their current teacher, I am confident that all of their teachers from previous years would agree with the comments. Let's begin. For Chinese, this student has consistently demonstrated top-level performance in all aspects of language learning. In class, this student demonstrates extraordinary self-control and a naturally unassuming character. Learning for this student is not motivated by awards or accolades, but rather by an internal love for the Chinese language and culture. This makes the recipient truly deserve the award. The recipient of this year's award in Chinese language is Ella Hain. For French, the recipient's ability to communicate in French is outstanding. This student's ability to communicate thoughts, feelings, and impressions is remarkable. This student's capacity to understand nuance, to express opinion, to present evidence, to synthesize, and to create in the French language goes beyond what is learned and seems intuitive. This individual is truly an exceptional student of French. The recipient of this year's award in French is Mason Rausch. For Spanish, this year's recipient has an ability to communicate in Spanish that is impressive. Not only did this student receive the highest grade in the AP Spanish course, this student also demonstrated outstanding command of the language and passion to learn about the culture. Throughout the year, this student has been an insightful contributor to class discussion with outstanding enthusiasm and dedication. As a Spanish teacher, I am not able to add my own impressions about the Chinese, French, or Latin students. For the Spanish student, however, I typically have had him or her as a student at least, and sometimes twice, prior to senior year. That is the case with this year's recipient. I was fortunate to be able to have this student both as a freshman and as a junior. This student has been and is an excellent and very talented Spanish student, but also a very mature and kind person. This student epitomizes what the comment says, a pleasure to have in class. This award is very well deserved. The recipient of this year's award in Spanish is Rebecca Perrin. This is the second year that Dover-Sherborn will award students the Massachusetts State Seal of Biliteracy. What is the Seal of Biliteracy, you might ask? The Seal of Biliteracy is a fairly recent nationwide initiative that encourages school districts throughout the United States to recognize students who have attained proficiency, high proficiency, in both English and a second world language by graduation. This occurs by way of a variety of paths: traditional study at Dover-Sherborn High School, study outside of Dover-Sherborn High School, or a lifetime of exposure to the language. As such, the Seal of Biliteracy is not a measure of what courses they have taken or what grades they got, but of their ability to demonstrate their language skills on an intense 3.5-hour assessment that evaluates their level of skill in spontaneous usage in speaking, listening, reading, and writing. We are proud to award the Seal of Biliteracy to the following students: Rebecca Perrin for Spanish, Leo Olmsted for French, Connor Keating for French, Ava Sophia Swadapong for French, and Emily Waugh for French. And we are proud to award the Seal of Biliteracy with distinction, which is demonstration of an even higher level of language skill, to Andrei Ismail Zaid in Russian. And back to Mr. Smith.
I have the pleasure of presenting the Putnam Investment Scholarship. The Putnam Investment Scholarship is part of the National Merit Scholarship Corporation. Pursuant to an agreement with the National Merit Scholarship Corporation, this special scholarship is sponsored by Putnam Investments. Winners of special scholarships are chosen based on their academic accomplishments from a pool of candidates who fulfilled the sponsor's criteria and scored very high on the 2020 PSAT. The National Merit Scholarship Corporation recognizes some of our nation's most academically talented students. This year's recipient is Sophia Tate. The Principal's Leadership Award. Each year, I choose 2 students from the senior class who exemplify what I consider to be true leadership. They put themselves ahead of others, they listen to the wishes of their peers, and they follow through with perseverance and determination on projects and plans in order to support the entire student body at Dover-Sherborn High School. This award is presented to students who have demonstrated outstanding leadership during their high school career. I can think of no 2 people who deserve this more. I'm delighted to present the awards for the principal leadership to Elizabeth Birmingham and Henry Murphy. Before we part, ladies and gentlemen, I just once again wanted to thank the incredible generosity of each of our sponsors, our scholarship donors. We are truly grateful to work and to live in such a wonderful community. So thank you for all of your commitment to playing your role in helping to support the students at Dover-Sherborn High School. I finally wanted to say to the class of 2022, I am so incredibly proud of you. You really have persevered through a lot. You are outstanding young men and women. I look forward to hearing about your adventures as you move forward in life, but I do know that you'll be well prepared. You have incredibly supportive parents. You have community that supports you, and you have teachers and administrators who truly love you. So with that, I will remind our seniors, as a good administrator will, that tomorrow morning we have graduation rehearsal, and you are expected to be there and to be on time. The freshman class will put on a breakfast for you, so you should arrive at Lindquist Commons here around 8. That means 8:00. And then 8:30. I'm going to say 8 because I know a few of you will slide in, but by 8:30. And then we'll proceed out to the Norris Searle Field for our rehearsal, which should take about an hour and change. I'm very excited to announce we will hold graduation on Thursday outside on the Norris Searle Field, where we will say our parting goodbyes to such a wonderful group of young men and young women. So once again, congratulations, class of 22, and we look forward to these next couple of days. Thank you.